Okay, last week was kind of a break week, Teacher Appreciation Week. And so now we're getting back to finalizing the whole series on writing interview packages. So what we have done so far in 6-week 1 was introduce writing packages and look how you find your facts and your quotes and you sort it out. We had a fact quote sort. And then we went into IDing and writing transitions where you wrote transitions into this. From there, now all we have to do is we have the whole thing written out. We have it all organized on the timeline. And now what we got to do is figure out the B-roll to cover it. So I have put the video into a videoant. And the videoant link will take you to this. And what you need to do is show that you can follow copyright laws when you find images that you will use for your media projects. And you will follow those laws, post the link to a picture that would be appropriate B-roll for the A-roll, and then post the credits to prove that you've done this. Now I have a great example because Lainey just got ahead of everybody and she went ahead and did it herself. She found a mosquito pick link from Britannica, and she said it has no copyright. And so she gave me the link and gave me the rights. So I'm just going to copy this, and I'll pretend I'm Lainey. I'm going to the videoant. Okay. I got to go to the part where it talks about mosquitoes. I believe that was like halfway through. I guess I'll post a comment that shares the script for you in here.
To my bedroom with the curtains drawn.
Thanks to vaccinations, measles cases have dropped later in the century, but with a trend in skepticism over the side effects of vaccines, the number of cases rose from 60 a year in the early 2000s to in the army in Italy. His battalion was sent on marching assignments.
We would go, say, 100 feet away from wooded areas that would have signs warning malaria. And that's the first time I learned what malaria was. And some of the guys got a small degree of malaria. In fact, when I was later in the hospital, there were some of them in there that had malaria. And I found out what that is, and it's something you don't want.
Malaria is spread through the bites of infected mosquitoes. Okay, so I kind of show the script somewhere as I'm going along. All this stuff will need to be covered with B-roll. We'll need to put stuff. But she gave me a mosquito. So I'm going to say this is from Lainey, malaria, B-roll. And then the content will be that. Now, I don't know, though. I'm going to have to check Britannica to see about their copyrights. So I'm just going to go here and see. It does have a cite button, which means, but it's for the article. Here's the picture, and it does say copyright. So what I would do is post this, and then we could put that on a title when we put the picture in the B-roll, and put the link so we can prove that we have credit. So that's where the picture came from. That's what the copyright says. And here's the link. Okay. If I really want to go more into detail, what I would do is look at Britannica's site and see what they say about citations on copyright. Okay, but that was taking this example. I'm going to go ahead and save that so it posts. Now, let me show you a good way to make sure that the images you are searching for are good images. So I found a couple of sources in a copyright video that I was watching, and I made a copyright page on my website, which you can get to. I'm sorry about that racket. I think my daughter's in an art class. AVP. Let's just check right here. Yeah, this is the... Oh, I have not changed that yet. Okay, we'll go down here where I describe the, right here, copyright and intellectual property. It's a review of all the main important points of copyright. It's not very well organized yet, but these are the key questions you should know in response to copyright. These are the key terms you should know. This is a good guide for telling you if what you're using is fair use or if you need to make sure you're abiding by copyright. And then the places to find shared material are Creative Commons. So I'm going to link Creative Commons, but you could always just type it. Creative Commons is a good place to find a lot of images that you're free to use and share. So let's go ahead and take that mosquito example. Search for CC images. Mosquito. Let's see if I could get even better. Malaria. Okay, that kind of relates because he was talking. Now, I see right here, this is the license requirements, Creative Commons, and then this little image tells me attribution. That means I can share it, but they want me to attribute it. So, if I were to post this image, look, they give you all that you need for attribution and everything. So I'm just going to copy this text. I'm going to go over to, and I'm just going to respond to this. You need to find your own thing to take a picture of. This is my attribution. And this is my link to the photo. And that's all I need. I need the link to the photo and the attribution. That's good. So Creative Commons is one route. Another route is, let me just go ahead and save that response.
It often comes with a high fever and shaking chills, according to Mayo.
I was wondering why I heard myself. A Google search. Mosquito malaria. Oh, that looked good. Life cycle. Now, I need to do an advanced search because all these images, I may not be able to use them. Now, .gov, I probably am able to use it. But let me just go to Settings, Advanced Search. And then I am going to change the usage rights right down here, free to use or share. And see if I get anything. Well, let's go to Images. It says labeled for non-commercial reuse. So as long as I'm not trying to make money off of it, I can reuse it. Go. This one comes from Flickr. So let me just look here at Flickr to see if they have some rights reserved. So let's say I want to use this. I'm going to copy this, paste, that's the link to the image, and then I need to paste the credits. So that's all you need to do. You need to find one image and paste the credits. So some rights reserved means it wants attribution. I know that based on my past experience. How do they want attributed though? They don't say, which is annoying. But it's something you have to deal with sometimes. So when they don't give info to attribute, basically get their name, get the web link, and get the date you accessed it. I can tell the date you accessed it just by when you posted it. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to add NIAID, which is what was there. Okay, so that's my citation right there. So two ways that I've told you to do it. Creative Commons is a good way. They give you the attribution. Or a Google advanced search by usage rights is another good way. There are a few other sites that I found. I'm making a symbol for my students for this, but it's not ready yet, so I haven't posted it. Here it is. So some other good sites is Library of Congress. Can give you some good stuff. Archive.org can give you good stuff that you can use. Gutenberg is good for writing materials. Classical.net is good for music. But those are what I have so far. So that's all you have to do for this assignment. Post your
about 210 million
image. Find an image that matches the A-roll. Make sure you have the rights to use it, and then copy and paste the link to the image and the rights to use it in Google Classroom. Well, on the videoant, and then turn it in Google Classroom, and you got your results. The other option, if you have been producing your video along this, you've done the A-roll, you've edited the B-roll, now your final step is to add in the titles and music. And we will end our package writing series after this.